let's be honest, you know exactly what it takes to be successful, but you're not doing the actions that you know you need to take to be successful. That's what held me back for 14 years before I decided to take on reasonable progress from what I already knew. Let's be honest, you're stuck, you're broke because you're not doing what you know you need to be doing to get yourself out of a rut. This is where I was 14 years ago. Started out my business. It was my first business 2009. I was a university graduate. I was still working a business whilst I was in my dorm room. From there, grew a restaurant business and several other marketing agencies. Got to the point where I quit other jobs that I was doing, working the 9 to 5 grind, and started my own business within 3 months of coming to a new location, a new country, completely from scratch. You already know what you need to be doing to be successful. If I asked you, if I put a gun to your head right now and said to you, what are the 3 things that you could be doing to grow a business, to start a business, you would probably tell me. You'd tell me exactly what you need to do. I need to make more phone calls. I need to speak to more people. I need to stop wasting time on social media. I need to stop all these things. You could easily list a whole bunch of things for me, but why are you not doing them? Okay, that's the same reason why I didn't do them for years. We, we want to gravitate to the easiest task possible, mainly because you don't want to be told no, because it's painful by people. You approach them, it's kind of that fear of rejection, or your family are holding you back. You already know what to do. Think about it right now. What is it that you would do right now if you didn't have any fear of failure? Right? You'd probably start that business, make those phone calls. You would pitch that really rich person you know in your street. You would pitch them, say, "Here, I need 10 grand, I need 20. Let me start my business." You would do all of that. But the problem is, we're too worried about failure. We're too worried about what other people think. And you're probably addicted to social media. Okay, we scroll through our phones. There was a study that showed that we were scrolling like it was like hundreds of meters worth of scrolling per day. If you're to distance how much you are scrolling, hundreds of meters a day scrolling social media. You would cut all that out, right? If you want to be successful, why are we doing the things that are getting in our way? We 100% know what we need to be doing, but we stop doing it because we are feared of failure and rejection. So that's the one thing that's going to hold you back. If you're not willing to put yourself out there, you might listen to lots of people online, mentors, entrepreneurs. They're all going to give you different strategies. Generally, it's the strategies that got them successful, but it might not be the right one for you. So how do we focus on what is successful for you? How do we get you out of this rut, this 9 to 5, working all hours, no time for your family, barely making your rent at the end of the month? All of those stresses, I get them all. I absolutely get them all. How are we going to get you out of that? First of all, well, what I do is I write everything down. I write down on a sheet of paper. That's where it starts. If you try to open up your computer onto a software like Microsoft or ChatGPT or any of that kind of stuff, you're going to get sidetracked. On Google, you open up Google, you start typing things out. Like, what are my top 3 goals for this year? Type it out on ChatGPT. That's not going to help you. Why would ChatGPT know your goals? Or you start top productivity diaries on Google. You're just going to get sidetracked. Use a pen and paper. Write down the 3 things that you want to achieve for the rest of this year. Simple as that from a business standpoint. Now, if you don't have anything to write down, then I can't help you. If you're not aiming for anything, how can I help you? No one can help you because you don't know what to write down here. You need to be able to write down 3 things that you want to achieve this year. This year, not like next year, not in 5 years. This year, 3 things. Yeah, have you done that yet? Or you're probably just watching this on the bus or eating your dinner or something along those lines. All of that's not going to help. You're just consuming content. You're not actually trying to better your life or go forward. Okay, so I trust that you've actually made the effort and written 3 things that you want to achieve. Financial things. We're not talking about losing weight or anything like that. We're talking about financial things that are going to pay your bills and get you living the life that you want to be living. Okay, you done that? Okay. For me, when I first started my business, it was to ensure that I found enough clients to pay my rent and not have to rely on any individual customer to pay my wages and not have to do a 9 to 5. Fantastic. That was achieved within 3 months, and no longer need to work for any one employer, and life is great. For you, what is that? I'm going to wait until you write something down. 3 things. Okay, next. The top 3 things that you've just written down, prioritize them. What is the most important one out of all of them that's going to get you out of your job? Again, I already know, and you know, what you need to do to get out of the rut that you're in and which one is the most priority. But generally, what you're going to end up doing, you're going to end up going to the easiest one, the one that involves you just typing out online a document, typing up a proposal. How about getting on the phone with somebody? That one's probably the one that's going to get you out of your rut. How about getting better skills or upgrading your skills to get a higher paying job, or starting that business? That's probably the one that really needs to get you out of the rut, but it'll probably be number 3. Where is it on your list at the moment? 1, 2, or 3? I can already tell number 3 should be at number 1, because that's where I was. I was busying myself for months and years, just like pottering around doing little things that didn't need to be done in my business. We all do that. We start cleaning the kitchen when it comes to time to actually do some decent work. One thing that's going to help you get out of this rut, you've got 3 things written down. The top one is the one that you're going to focus on. Okay, and I say this to you because I went through this for years. Prioritizing and forgetting all the other options is a must. So you've got here, let's say, start a business, number 1, right at the top. Let me just do this with you. Start a business, pay off the bills, okay? That'll be number 1. Okay? How are we going to start a business? What business? Okay, so from that list, from that one point, okay, what type of business? What is it you're good at? Number 1. Number 2, what is it that you're enjoying doing? Have a think about that. What type of business do you enjoy doing? Okay, subjects, topics, experience. What is it that you've got experience in this area? Any type of business, any type of experience. Okay, that is from one point. Let me ask you from a different angle. What is it that you are good at doing? Okay, so you are a black belt in karate. You're great at swimming. You are great at doing podcasts. You're great at gardening. There's something in your life that you are fantastic at. Now, if you don't have any skills, if you're 20 years old plus and you don't have any skills, you should be ashamed of yourself. What a waste of life. If you can't say that you are good at anything and you got to the age of 20 plus, even to the age of 20 is embarrassing. You must be good at something that you can share with the rest of the world. Okay, write that thing down. And if you don't have a thing, that is just shameful. Write down the thing that you're good at, your hobby, your interest. Okay, number 1, you've got the start a business. Next to that, you've got your hobby or your skill. You could be an accountant, a doctor, any of those kind of things. What is it? Write it down. For me, it's digital marketing. For me, it's coaching entrepreneurs. That's what I'm good at. Now, for you, you've got that. Right. How are we going to turn this into a business that replaces your income? So this is the part where you have to write down underneath, how much money do you need to replace your current income and expenses? Okay, write down that number. Okay. $2,000, $3,000 a month, whatever that number is for you. Okay. Okay, we've got that written down. Okay. Now I'm going to give you a realistic time frame. Okay, I'm going to give you a realistic time frame to be able to replace your income using an online business model. You know, not without getting rich quick and all these kind of schemes that people kind of tell you about. I would say realistically, you could do that in the next 6 to 12 months. Your wage that you've got there, unless it's $10,000 a month, which is a lot of money, anything less than that, you can do that within about 6 months. 6 months of renewed effort, daily effort. I'm talking about replace that time that you're putting on social media, replace it with building this business, the business that we're talking about here, which is selling your knowledge, the thing that you're good at, to other people online that are looking for your information. Okay, it's the simplest business model because why? The infrastructure, the investment is already here in your head. You already have that information. Okay, that's the easiest business. So look down at a piece of paper. Point number 1, start a business. Point number 2 next to that is the topic that you are great at or you have an interest in. Simple as that. 6 months time, easy, replace that number that you've written down as your wage. We can replace that. Okay, that is the simplest way that I got out of financial debt, is by sharing my knowledge and mentoring other people to get out of their 9 to 5 rat race and live a life where it's absolutely free. You don't have to answer to anybody. People say that they're looking for millions and millions of dollars per year. In reality, you don't need that, do you? You need £5,000-10,000 a month. That's it. That'll cover all your bills. You get to do exactly what you want. That is the way forward. That is what everybody's genuinely looking for. They might not say that, but that's what we're all looking for. We're looking for freedom to be able to do and have the decisions in our control instead of having to ask. I remember those days I have to ask somebody for annual leave to go on holiday with my family. Myself as a grown man having to ask another grown man if I can spend time with my family. That's embarrassing. That's like really painful. I would hate to get to the age of 40, 50 and have to ask another person who might be even younger than me, definitely will be younger than me. So imagine being 50 years old, having to ask like a 20-year-old if you could go on annual leave. Yeah, I've not got to the stage where I hated that at work. I was like 20 and there was guys older than me, 45 years old, and I was their manager. I would hate to feel how that felt if roles were reversed. If I was 45 years old and I had a 20-year-old bossing me around or telling me when I could go on my break, or yeah, it's very unusual. So hopefully you're not in that position right now, or start this business and you'll never have to feel that being bossed around by somebody younger than you. Wow. Yeah, that was not great. So I don't know how old you are, but you're probably already working 9 to 5. And look at the people that are either older than you or younger than you. Are they your managers, or are they just about to be your managers? You don't want to be in a position where the people younger than you are managing you. Yes, to be honest, you don't want to be in a position where anybody's managing you. You want to be in control of your own schedule, your time, and your income. So we put here the subject that you're interested in, and within 6 months, you make daily effort, and accountability. It's so important. I just had my personal training session with my gym coach. It's amazing what a coach can do for you. I'm lifting up weights, and he just sat there telling me that I could do more. And it's true, it's pushing me. Why am I lifting the easiest weights when I could be lifting heavier? All a coach is there to do is to push you way harder than we as humans want to push ourselves for our benefit. It's not for the coach's benefit. The coach has already achieved what it is that we're looking for. That's why we have a coach there in the first place, to push us beyond our boundaries. And that's all this coach is doing with me, is that you can lift heavier than that. Why are you only doing reps of 6, 8, 12? Why? Literally, this is what a coach's job is, to push us further. So now you've written these points down, I want to invite you into our entrepreneurship community, and we will guide you through this process, how to make your course sell the information that's in your head, to have it in a structured business, so you don't have to go and ask for annual leave from somebody who's younger than you, or when you're in your 45 years old plus, having to ask for annual leave from someone who's young enough to be your child. You don't want to be doing that. You want to start creating your business, your income now. And the wage, if you look at the wage that you wrote that you're on, it's ridiculous how we've spent our whole life trying to replace this little number here. This number that we have written, which is your monthly wage to cover your bills. Why does it take us a lifetime to try to figure out how to replace this number here so that we can live a life of freedom, go out somewhere at the beach all day with family? This little number here, $2,000, why is that number so difficult? That's like £100 a day. If you think about this, £100 a day. Why is it so difficult to make $100 a day? It's not really, is it? It's just there's no proven plan. You don't have a plan. And that's what we do here in this community. So click on the link underneath this video and join us in our community. We'll show you step by step. I will share my screen and I'll show you click here, click there, click here, click there. Exactly how to do it. It's so simple business model. I've done ones where we're selling on Amazon FBA, fulfilled by Amazon. That's where you get products from China. You have to think about the storage, the shipping. You have to bring them all the way back from China, and then store them, ship them, returns, customer complaints, customer service. So difficult. So I've done not that type of business. You have to invest like £5,000 for the first stock. That was an investment. What else have I done? Marketing agencies are a bit of a pain because you've always got a client. They become your boss. So that's again something I'm not sure you want to be doing. Trust me, you actually don't want to be doing it. because now you have 3, 4, 5, 6 bosses that are telling you like they're not happy with the results, the expectations are too high. So I've done marketing agencies, I've run a restaurant. Restaurant is a hard, physically demanding job. We ran this restaurant 2019 to 2021. We sold it. This was a tough business during COVID months, or COVID year. It was a couple of years of COVID. COVID is a tough period of time to open up any business. So I've done lots of these types of businesses. This business doesn't require any stock apart from what's in your head. It's an amazing business concept. So click on the link around this video, join our community, and you'll see there exactly step by step how we do it, and get yourself out of this rat race that you call a lifestyle, and come live life to your fullest. And I'll see you, community.